here with Mr. Rajeev Ganapathy, a member of the selection committee for the Sri Lankan Tuskers. He's at this position having the skills as a old Trintian, rugby player and a captain, and played for Havelock Sports Club as well as a national player. Welcome to Kandy Times, Mr. Ganapathy. My first question to you is, Mr. Ganapathy, as a former player, as a Sri Lankan player, what are your thoughts of the New Zealand under-85 team coming to Sri Lanka and playing with the Sri Lankan Tuskers?
Yeah, I think it's a super tournament to have played in Sri Lanka, and I think hats off to the organizers. It's a great opportunity and exposure displaying a high level of skill, and that's something that could be learned from schoolboys up to club players, and the national players themselves would have learned from it. So hats off to the organizers.
Thank you, Mr. Ganapathy. My second question is that there were two different teams that played in Kandy. It was a different team, and there have been many changes made for this team. What was the thought process behind the selection?
So yeah, it's a good question, and I know that a lot of people are wondering why we had two different sides. So the best way to answer this is we wanted to give the youngsters the exposure. As you guys know, that we'll be taking part in the month of June, the World Cup qualifiers, a very, very critical tournament for Sri Lanka rugby, and it's a very tough 3 matches that we have. We had the depth, we had brilliant players in the club season that has been identified, who had to be tested, and the decision was to test these young players, give them an opportunity and see where they stand. And I think these young players delivered. They were very, very well, they played really well. And in the second game, we played a full strength side so that these guys can take on the game against Korea. We know that New Zealand side is going to be really tough, highly technical side. Second game, the idea was to keep the scores very tight, and it was a good testing match for Korea. So that was the thinking behind it, and I think the decision that we made for the betterment of future of Sri Lanka rugby was the right decision. We found a lot of young players coming in front. As you can see, the talents like Zumbris were brought up front. So I think it paid off well.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Ganapathy. Any last thoughts?
Well, I hope this tournament takes on as an annual event, and what we need to now focus on is the match against Korea, UAE, Hong Kong, and I urge for the corporates and whoever who would want to come forward to sponsor to come and support the national team. It's much needed.
Thank you very much.